haven't showed any interest in anything to do with the kids since we've seen you last.
Regarding the issue of child support, it appears that you've submitted a worksheet call for him paying child support in the amount of $3,311 a month.
Yes.
Holy hell. 3,000?
Where does Sean work?
Alert Construction Services.
Okay.
3,000.
Where did you get the income numbers that you used for him?
Pay stubs that he sent to me.
I see. And you still work for the Kansas Medical Center in Andover?
Correct.
Okay. This modular home, who would end up with that according to what you are proposing?
Me.
The kids and I currently live here, and he has told me that we could stay here.
Okay. Is it paid for?
It is paid off, yes.
Okay.
This bitch.
I trust you're not asking for spousal support?
I did.
Oh my god, you f***ing brat.
Okay, what do you mean you did?
I submitted in there that he pay alimony. I believe it was, what, 20% based off, I have the papers.
Oh, you suck.
I think it ended up being like $1,000 a month.
Okay. Are you making any other requests regarding final orders?
Just that he get car insurance in his name if he's going to keep the car and the truck, and that he continues to carry the health insurance on the kids.
It's my home. It's not fair that I get kicked out with nothing, no house, no belongings, no nothing. I literally have a car and my clothes. So I would like to speak with an attorney and go from there.
Why haven't you done that so far? This case has been pending for weeks.
I'm not allowed on the property, sir, and I have not tried to bother her or be involved.
Okay, but my question is, why haven't you already sought and employed legal counsel since this case has been pending for many weeks?
We were supposed to be civil about this, and she's made her mind up that she's not going to be civil, so I need to hire an attorney. We were agreeing on things. We were working things out. We were trying to be civil with each other, trying to just move forward and get this behind us, and she does not want to be civil. She doesn't want to agree on anything, so I need to hire an attorney and go there.
All right. She's proposed a decree of divorce today. Obviously, Sean, you haven't signed it. In fact, she hasn't either.
Yes, and a lot of the information in her documents that I was served in Missouri at my job are incorrect.
All right. Well, we're not in a position to finalize this case today.
Yes.
Appears obvious to this court.
I don't agree with any of it. I don't agree with the full custody. I don't agree with her taking my house and everything else, and I don't agree with the child support. She's falsified my income because my income was based on a shutdown.
I have your pay stub.
My income was based on a shutdown, which I was working 70, 80, 90 hours a week. That is not my general income. My general income is $32 an hour at 40 hours a week. That's what I'm contracted for. So she's basing my income off of my extensive work, 90 plus hours a week. And that's not.
Yeah, and like also, I mean, I don't know. He's probably making overtime, so that rate that he's getting paid is probably double. And of course, she takes his peak income and tries to take it to the court and says, "Actually, this is how much he normally makes, and because of that, I want $3,000 a month in child support, and I also want $1,000 a month in alimony, and I want the house." This woman sucks. This is disgusting. This is a predatory woman. This is a piece of shit.
Fair to me.
The pay stubs that you sent
Well,
me.
I'll eventually sort that out.
Yes, sir.
All right. What I'm going to suggest to
Crazy.
each of the parties is that you get your own independent legal counsel to represent you in this. I'm going to set a review date next month where I will expect that you, if you're representing yourself, will appear on this Zoom meeting, and I'll expect you with your attorney if you decide to employ legal counsel, which I would highly suggest that both of you do. Get
Yes,
some
sir.
advice. Then we'll check the status of the case at this next hearing. Maybe
Looks like she's got her mother in the background or someone giving her advice, teaching her the ropes about how to be a predatory woman in divorce court.
through some miracle, you might even be settled on everything by then. If so, we'll go forward with a final hearing. But I'm going to ask my assistant to suggest a date at least 30 days down the line, too much further than that. So that
Can
would
I
put
make-
us in mid-November.
Can I make a request?
What would that request be?
I would actually like to sit in a courtroom and not do it over Zoom, if that's at all possible.
You have
Well, it's
the option.
possible. If we have a contested hearing at some point, I'll consider that. But at this status review, I think it would be much more efficient to handle it by Zoom. So that's the way we'll do it.
Yes, sir.
I understand your request, though, Mr. Hornseth. Mandy?
November 18th at 4 p.m.
What do you guys think about that? Is it weird? To my knowledge, it seemed like, and maybe it's wrong, but it seemed like these types of things became normal. During COVID, people were doing a lot of things over Zoom. But at this point, what's the point? You guys don't want to drive to your workplace. The judge doesn't want to show up to court. Like, if this guy wants to do it in person, what's the problem here? I don't really know why he wants to. Maybe it's like if you're face to face with a person, they're less inclined to want to absolutely bend you over. And maybe it's easier to do digitally. You feel less empathy towards a human because it's a screen. But I mean, if the guy wants to do things in person, I think you should do it. I don't know, maybe there has to be some sort of majority there. But it is kind of weird that this is like now the norm, doing it over Zoom. It's weird.
November
That's fine.
18, 4 o'clock p.m.
Yes.
All right. We will conduct another Zoom hearing at that time. Mandy, can we just use the same numbers that we used today? She says yes. So it'll be the same Zoom numbers.
Yes, sir.
November 18th at 4. And again, I highly suggest that both of you get legal counsel and have an attorney on that meeting with you so that we can ascertain exactly where we are on the issues of this case and do appropriate further scheduling, perhaps even establish a trial date if necessary.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I was in this guy's shoes, I would want the same thing. Like, if I have a woman here clearly trying to take me for everything I've got, I'm going to want to be in person. I'm going to want more to be able to happen than if, like, at the end, it's like, oh, we're done in Zoom. And the guy's just sitting there like, well, hold on. I want to appeal this. I want to talk to someone about this. But if you're in person, it's not going to be at such an abrupt ending where you're just left with your pants down and it's like, wow, I just got completely here.
Taking pictures of cars in my driveway, and he is sending me YouTube videos about hit list and not being found and other things.
Doubt
No,
it.
that's a lie.
Totally inappropriate if that's happening.
Doubt it.
That's a lie.
I submitted the evidence to Mandy. She has the screenshots of the text messages.
When did I ever say anything about? Okay, never mind. I'm not. gonna argue.
I don't know what you tried to submit. I haven't seen it.
I sent it through email. I can bring it into the courthouse today if need be. but the last time we spoke, you said everything was supposed to be through text messages, and I have the text messages from him. I'm continuing to be harassed, and he's sending me pictures of cars parked in front of my house, and he doesn't contact me just about the children like you requested.
And neither do you.
Why don't we not communicate with each other? It does appear to the court you're not going to settle things among yourselves. You're going to need the assistance of lawyers on each side and communicate through them.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to set up visitation with your kids or you have a direct communication concerning them. I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
going to cut off that communication because that's in the best interest of the kids for the parents to be communicating about them.
Okay,
But,
but he doesn't take visitation or have anything to do with the children.
Why is
I've
that,
been-
Sean?
I've been in the middle of a shutdown, sir. I haven't been able to come back from Missouri for a month. My line of work is I'm a millwright welder, and they shut the plant down, and I have not been able to get back. I spent time with my children. I came here a week and a half ago. I gave my children birthday money. I took them shopping. I've done everything I can do to try to be a part of their lives. But in the same sense, with my line of work, I could not come back. I had to be there. I was working 7 days a week. I mean, 90 plus hours a week.
Okay.
It's not that I did not want to be with my children. It's that I didn't have the opportunity because of my work.
I will enter an order, a temporary restraining order, preventing either party from interfering with the privacy rights or harassing the other.
Yes, sir.
Peaceful communication regarding your children is not a violation of the order.
Yes, sir.
This is peaceful and non-harassing, and again, I'm going to direct that to be done by text message so that there's a record of what's being communicated.
Yes, sir.
And I suggest, Sean, that you not try to communicate through the kids. I understand
Yes,
what
sir.
you were trying to do by delivering the check, but it'd probably be better to keep them out of it.
Yes, sir.
All right. The court would be inclined to consider a retroactive child support order. Sean, I'll put you on notice of that.
Okay.
November the 18th.
You hear the woman in the background whispering to her, yes, yes. Teaching her, like I said, the ropes of divorce court.
Would be inclined to consider a retroactive child support order. Sean, I'll put you on notice of that.
Okay.
November the 18th, if a proper child support worksheet is submitted to this court with proper numbers, I'm likely to not only order current child support at that rate then, but also make that retroactive, at least to today's date, back to October anyway.
Okay.
So that's something you're going to need to talk to your attorneys about right away when you visit with them.
Yes, and I will submit pay stubs for my accurate pay.
All right. Very well then. November 18th, 4 o'clock p.m., the case will be further addressed by Zoom.
So this woman was married to this guy, so it's like she obviously knows how much he makes, and she knows it's not that much to where he needs to be paying $4,000 in total for child support and alimony. However, she still suggested it, and let's just say somehow that got approved. She would be happy knowing that this guy is going to absolutely struggle to meet that number, and the stress that would put him through, the turmoil that would put him and his children through. She doesn't give a, she doesn't care, and it's disgusting.